between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. And Lobo.
On first down, McFarland. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 22 and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Off play action. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. They'll try the left side. McFarland. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
45.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
45. Mike, 45. Ricky. 45.
Looking to throw. Love. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And finding the tight end, Hooper. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, McFarland. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 26. Check the hook.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Big Dan.
Hard.
He's checking. Crash. Under 10.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Come on, set. 50, plant. Hey, Haywood.
Defense, no gap. At 25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike. Wild Bill. At 25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike. Tackles.
Hit it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Set. 18, Gator.
Watch the back. At 25.
Bravo.
25.
Get it.
On 1st down, Herbert. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey. Snap.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
We go. 10 Lobo.
I got it. At 25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike. Hey, me and you all day.
Hey, Foxtrot.
I'm coming after you. At 25 to Mike. We go 25.
Yo, go.
At 25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike. Man, I got
Hey, wahoo. 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting them first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
A first update now from Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Ready up.
51, 951. Come on, D.
General West. Smith. Big trip.
Throwing on first down. Herbert going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught at the 10. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 44 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
61. Max, ready.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially. No gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
You're out.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down.
Don't get nervous. Check 50. Check 50.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Check.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. First and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw. Love. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And they give this time to the tailback. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. On third down, McFarland. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Steelers.
Set, ready. 10-2, son. Here we go. Check safety. Alert, pilot, 64, weak, ready, go.
A first down carry here for Johnson.
Let's go.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Well, here's a first down throw that's complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You. Mike 5-4. Target. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Off the play fake. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Chopper.
Looking to throw. Love. But it's brought in by Washington. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Love eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. Now that'll be caught by Cup, and he'll be out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. The kick by Marr is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me
I
there,
was.
partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
the Atlanta
70,
offense
80.
out there for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be.
Yeah.
Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, here we
So
go.
here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Zoo.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike.
Now.
Because I'm about to take you to school.
From the gun, Herbert gets it off to Freeman.
They're running on me.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready?
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Hey. Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
On the set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They're going to need some therapy.
Hey, Echo.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Hey, I'm coming.
Now.
Back back to throw. Herbert looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run, Devontae Freeman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Freeman again. Nifty move. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st down, Love. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Love. Throwing right, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, McFarland, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Cooper Kupp there to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Herbert. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. DK Metcalf. 71 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11. Second and 11. Room to run inside the 40. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And down right around the 37. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a second and 11. Back to throw. Love. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Love. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. He's lucky to be getting that one back. After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead. He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check 31, check 31. Check. Watch Twins. Watch Twins.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run. And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Come on, D. Kill.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Charlie. Snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Right here.
Nice.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
43-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Six, pull it high.
25 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Five.
25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. And 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. You ain't going no.
Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Jones has it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 29 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got him. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Wow. Screen. Watch the screen. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
From the gun, Love. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down, Love. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 23 yards, the final tally. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game.
Let's go.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. McFarland. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. On first down, McFarland. And some space here. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow. Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Caught by Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Look at me. Door.
52.
Man. Now.
Back to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Herbert now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Steelers, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.